Hey everyone, it's Diecast here with another video. Today we're going to be looking at Barret Jackson series number 6 here. Yeah, this should be a pretty cool series to look at. We have the heavily anticipated C8 Corvette here, as you can see. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. Let's not really waste any time here and let's start digging into this. I did, as you can see, get a chase in this case. I buy sealed cases from the Diecast shop, and they give me a good price and manage to score a chase. I will not be opening this though because I already sold it to a friend. I give him all my chases unless it's a green machine. I don't really care for it. I mean, it's certainly cool, but not for me. But this one's definitely a cool one to have. I wonder if this one's a green body. I wonder. I don't know what the chases are in this. This one's pretty cool. Nonetheless, I will show you the card art for these real quick, and then we'll cut, and I'll show you them up close, and hopefully we don't have any damaged cars here. Yeah, it's a pretty good series. I like the Barret Jackson series a lot. The card art is very simple, but still looks pretty cool, especially if you're a carded collector. I think it would be pretty neat. So like I said, this is very heavily anticipated. We have the removable top there. It shows red on the card, and many people have talked about it. Don't quote me, but I believe the red one was some sort of prototype, but the actual one was black or something for chassis number 1 or something. And that's why it sold for $3 million, because it was chassis number 1 or something. I don't know. But these are pretty cool. They say what the car sold for on the back, and they got a bunch of facts. Sorry, I can't get that on camera 100%. And yeah, the car is actually black, but it is a little bit different than the Black Bandit series. I believe the Black Bandit has stripes on it. And maybe a couple other details. Obviously the Barret Jackson there, but we'll look at it closer in a minute. Next we have the 4GT in red. I very much I like this one a lot. I heavily collect this 4GT casting. This or the C8 are honestly my favorite. This red is fantastic. I'm excited to see it opened up here. There's the car, and it sold for $1.485 million. So that's pretty cool. Next is the regular one of this here. I already showed that. That's pretty cool. I should show you the back of it here. Sold for $300,000. That's really cool. And then the top there. Next is the '69 Camaro Cobalt in this pretty cool green color. This is kind of not a peg warmer. It's more of just like, yeah, generic muscle car. Everybody makes these '69 Camaros, blah blah blah. Still pretty cool. Like green cars. There you go. Sold for $231,000. That's all right. Next, we'll look at the '70 Olds 442 convertible in yellow. This is definitely an old tooling from Greenlight. I can't remember what number it is. GL7. So very, very, very early tooling from Greenlight. I can't remember all the toolings that I have, but I don't think I have one of these toolings or not. I can't remember. I have way too many cars. $121,000 is what that's up for. And lastly, it will be the '72 K10 in this very, very bright blue. Hopefully we get a good suspension on this one because they can be a little bit wonky here because it does have a metal base, but it does have plastic suspension components there. There's the car there, and it sold for $110K. That's a good chunk of money. So, like I said, I'll cut here, open them up, clean them up, get all the oils and all that stuff off of it, and I will be back. Alright, and we're back here, and I took a look at all these cars and see if there's any major flaws or anything like that. And we got pretty lucky. There are a couple of just little tiny little flaws, but nothing crazy. So I'll show you these first. Of course, I'm going to show you the C8 last because it's the most interesting one here that people are most anticipated for. Let's just get this K10 out of the way. I think this one's pretty cool. It's not my favorite tooling. I'm not sure if I can get this on camera. Here, I got a little pointer. Why not? So you see the back here. This front wheel sits a little forward, and this back sits just a little too tall from the front. I don't know why every single one of them is basically like that, but it's not horrible. It's just, I guess, the way it's tooled with all the small little pieces. I don't know. But this paint is fantastic. This basic gloss blue, I love it. This is one of their less fragile toolings, whereas the C8 and the Ford GT are extremely fragile toolings, as you'll see. Use this to point out some details. Look at the detail there in the grille. That's amazing. Get the Barrett-Jackson license plate there. No lens detail. Hood does look like it opens, but it does not on this tooling. You get the peanut butter interior. Little logo right there. Yeah, that one's just excellent piece. Happy to have that one. And what's the number on here? 6351 is the number there. Black base. There's that one there. And next we'll look at the Olds 442. See if I can get into the engine bay there. Can't really see it. It's just a whole bunch of black and a little bit of blue, I guess. Hood, shot's nice. I'm sure if I fight with it, I could probably shot it even better. Oh, I just bent the wheel a little bit. Seems like the axles are kind of soft, but that's okay. Big fat tires on these because it's an older tooling. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple little casting. No separate bumpers, but you got fair detail there. It's all right. Yeah, nothing too crazy. 3630 is there. You see GL007. It's the number there, so very early tooling. But yeah, this one's basically flawless. Happy with that one. And what not? We'll go with this one here. Take a look in there. Pretty good detail, nothing too crazy. Shut the hood. This one should snap. These shut really nice usually. No separate bumper. It's molded in nice. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more. Get all the good details there. Matte black hood looks amazing. This black paint is fantastic. A little bit dusty. Almost like the satin silver on the side with the striping there. Wheels look great. I do like that they put the Barrett-Jackson license plate on these. Really helps it when you have a loose collection. You're like, what is this series from? Ah, well, it clearly says right on the license plate, Barrett-Jackson. Yeah, pretty simple. Nice muscle car. 3017 is the number on that one. And this one is also very early tooling, GL029. So there's that. Out of the way. We'll move on to this Cobalt Camaro. Get a little bit more interesting. You do have separate bumpers here that look great. The grille is separate as well. I can't tell. I think the lights are a part of the grille piece. You can kind of see in that engine bay there. Should shut pretty good. Yep, these usually shut pretty good. The only little flaw I have with this tooling, the bumpers are pretty fragile. As long as you're just careful with it, it's not too bad. You can see how low this front bumper is here, or front wheel well is here, like how it rides. Almost all these, they don't really roll that well. The backs are fine, but because it's so low, it doesn't really roll that well. Honestly, not that big of a deal. You might be able to fix that if you wanted to. Separate bumpers, like I said, they're very, very, very thin, so just be careful. These are separate pieces as well. I've had a couple of these fall off just from neglect and just being kind of rough with them. A little bit of detail on the back there. Look at this paint. I mean, you just can't see this in the package. This just looks like, well, whatever. It's just a green Camaro. Like, I mean, come on, look at that. Especially with that black interior and everything. That's fantastic. Love that one. See, this one rolls all right in the front, and then it doesn't roll. All of them do it. I don't know why. Just the way it sits, I guess. 3809, I think this is. GL104. I can read that one. But that one's out of the way. And we'll move to the Ford GT. We do have a little bit of a flaw here, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal to me. Let me see if I can point this out here. See that light, that line right there? It doesn't sit 100% flush. Not that big of a deal. You can really tell from this side. See? But honestly, when you're far enough away from this car, because it's so small and I'm not zoomed in, you'd never know. But a lot of intricate little pieces, because this is a separate piece here. Also, there's a little bit of flashing plastic here in the engine bay, but I could care less, honestly. That happens. Windows are obviously separate pieces. You do have lensed detail here, and they look fantastic. This is also, I believe, no, it is not a separate piece. I think this front section, front clip is a separate piece. I don't even know. The wheels look fantastic. You do have little brake rotors in there. It's a very delicate little tooling. You do have lens detail on the back as well. Can't really tell that much just because of how the color is pretty much the same as lights. The paint is fantastic. I'll deal with little flaws like that. Doesn't really matter to me too much. But that looks fantastic. A little Ford emblem there. Yeah, love this casting. 1635 there. What does it say for the GL number? 127 there. I think that says, yeah. So that one's fantastic. Happy to have that one as well. I think I have like 7 or 8 Ford GTs now. And then we go on to the finale, which is the CA Corvette. I did muck up the headlight. It's a little bit loose because your rag will catch in those little headlights. So that was my own fault. But it's still on there, so that's all right. You have lens detail, obviously, with painted details on top. The little Corvette logo sitting there. The paint is pretty good. Just obviously, it being black, it's gonna show, I don't know, a bit of piece of the fabric in there. Can I get this out? There we go. Paint's in excellent shape. That top is a bit annoying because it just kind of sits there, but it looks good when it's on. Other than that, it just kind of falls off. This is plastic. So you do want to be careful about that. It does have brakes behind there. I noticed that the tires are very soft on this model, so you got to be careful, you know, because you might lose something. Because I noticed trying to put the wheels back on because one of them was a little bit off. Engine detail looks all right. You get the little Stingray logo on the back there. fair interior detail. I believe this is also a separate piece here. Yeah, the paint looks great. Lens detail on the back. You have an extra spoiler piece. Lens detail look amazing. Nice detail down there. It says Corvette there. Yeah, that's, yeah. I've said it a million times, I don't feel like opening up my mini GT display to compare to models because this is just way too much work. In order to open that display, it's a real big pain. But this looks fantastic. You really can't argue for what, $8 Canadian or something? That's awesome. I prefer it with the top on, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, we'll have to get more of these. I'm going to get every single one of these, of course. So what GL number is this? So it's 5463 is the number there. GL 202, so we're in the 200s now. That's pretty cool. Single rivet, interesting. Yeah. Quite impressed with that. Alright, so let me see if I can get this dang thing back on. Because it kind of just sits there. Tuck it in there. Yeah, see, that looks fantastic. Sits nice and flush. You could honestly just glue that if you really wanted to. Okay, let me line up these cars here. And then, yeah. So, I'm going to make a mess. That will be it. So, thank you guys for listening to my rambling on, and thank you for watching.